So this will be my 1 month review of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 around all the products that came out from Unpacked this year with Samsung. This is the one that I've honestly used the most. It's just kind of been my daily for the past 30 days. So typically when I start my day, Link usually wakes me up in the morning. I have to give him a bit of a walk. He does his business and then I'm back inside, usually eating breakfast, having a coffee to kind of start my day. This is where I use the phone a lot actually in the main tablet or open mode. This is where I just like to browse the news. This is where I kind of catch up on all the stuff that happened overnight. Weirdly enough, the day that I was recording this was the announcement of the next iPhone event on September 12th, and I'll be doing a comparison because I think both of these are flagship devices. Obviously this versus the new, I guess it'll be called the 15 Pro Max. I'm sure a lot of you want to see. And then from breakfast, essentially just commuted to my studio. And the one thing that I will say, having an iPhone usually as my daily, I kind of miss the MagSafe connector. With this, I could not use that since obviously the Samsung devices don't have MagSafe. So just kind of keep that in mind. You will need a special mounting system if you are using this phone in its full glory inside of your car. And pretty much just getting to the studio for a regular workday now. And this was actually all pre-planned. Nick is already on B cam waiting for me. Nick, what up? Fresh day. And I think a lot of you know this is the main set which I typically record all the vids on. It's probably what you're all familiar with. And I'm gonna give you my hot take right now on the Z Flip 5 versus the Fold 5. I know a lot of you are asking kind of questions. So in all honesty, I find that the Flip 5, obviously cheaper device, but it's too small for what I use it for. I really like larger devices since I create a lot of content. I like having a larger display. Obviously, since I capture so many photos, so many videos with the main camera, just having the extra, megapixels. This has 50 versus, I mean, this is updated, but it still doesn't quite compare. I do like the cover display, which is improved on the Flip, but if you are a true power user, if you're someone that loves being on your phone, I think that's why a lot of us are watching these videos. Definitely the Fold 5 is my kind of go-to device. That's all pretty much hot take. So today, typically on a regular work day, Nick knows this pretty well, we will either shoot video, which we're shooting one right now, but I actually have some editing to do. So I'll switch to a time lapse where I have to kind of edit here. Nick will probably record some B-roll of the Samsung device, and being in the morning-ish, we are at 88% battery life. So just burned around 12%, and let's start off the day. So that is now live. Essentially, I just kind of posted on YouTube one of the better budget gaming laptops, and also posted a Reels on these 4 devices. And I kind of threw up a poll, which one should I review? And the Fold 5 was the winner, hence kind of why we're doing this video. And the main thing I like to use for the cover screen is browsing through social. So obviously Instagram being one of the best apps that I use, just kind of going through my timeline, because when it's open, you kind of see it's in this little weird format still. So some of the apps aren't fully optimized. I don't think browsing social, you should get all these weird like black bars. But one of the big things I do like using the main screen for is editing all of my thumbnails. So weirdly enough, I edit thumbnails both on Photoshop, but mostly on Lightroom. And that's actually where I like to use the little S Pen. So I have this little new case that has the redesigned S Pen. You can actually see it's quite a bit thinner, it's quite a bit slimmer in its profile, and just going through all the toggles on Lightroom, it's just a breeze to use with the S Pen. I think this is actually one of the best use cases for this phone. And obviously this pen compared to say the S23 Ultra, which is quite different. I'm sure we'll see in the S24 Ultra later on in the year, they'll redesign it to what this S Pen looks like, and obviously that will slot into the bottom of the phone. But for the Fold, it lives on the outside, which is kind of dope. So it's been a couple hours. It's around noon, 12:30-ish. It's time for lunch. Let's head outside and I'll pick something up to, I guess, eat. We. Coming to you, I guess. don't mind the lunch, crushed McDonald's, a bit of a cheat day, but one of the big things that I noticed about the Z Fold 5, especially when I'm with it day to day, it's the overall thinness of it. It's way thinner than the previous gen. Even with the little S Pen case, it's still pretty slim and you don't get that little weird bulge when it's kind of inside of your pocket. Also, just being outside, so the inside screen is now 1750 nits of brightness, so it's a pretty bright day today. I'm able to watch content just fine. When I was crushing my McDouble, I honestly was just watching soccer highlights. I could see everything perfectly fine on the screen, and just using it kind of in direct sunlight, it's just so easy to see what's on this nice large display. And as a little battery update, it is around 3 o'clock where we're sitting at 73%, so battery life is nice. Still got a lot of the day left. I'm actually gonna head back to the studio. Want to hit a workout because I gotta burn off the McDouble and 6 nuggets that I crushed. Let's head back. Okay, so back in the studio, gonna hit a quick workout, burn off all that nasty McDonald's. I actually put on the Watch 6 Classic, which I love with its little rotating bezel to kind of track my heart rate, all the steps, even though I'm just gonna be mostly doing some squatting, some heavy weights, and then after that I've got an event after that, and I will see you guys after my workout. Okay, so just finished the workout. You can see this ridiculous outfit of an undershirt with my little mic coming through. Oh, you also saw that Nick rolled around. He's coming with me. On the heart rate monitor for the watch, we did, Nick, how is this? Your trainer, 349 calories in 54 minutes. 20 minutes of that was talking to my GC.
That's pretty solid, dude.
Not the worst.
We'll take
not
it.
The
That's
best.
like a slice of pizza with some dipping sauce.
I had McDonald's for lunch. It's light, dude. Moneyball right here. Moneyball. Oh! Okay, so we're about to end this off on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So we ended up being at TFC game, and obviously I won my little Snorlax at the soccer game, which is the best if you've ever been to the C&E. Fellow Torontonians will know that. It's getting super loud as we're about to win this game. So obviously the thing that I've been most impressed with this phone is the battery life first off. So we're at like 34-35%, it's around 9:30, 10 p.m. And having the Fold 5 with a 50 megapixel camera, you saw the footage that we shot on it, so much better than the Flip 5. Like, that's the big reason to get this phone, is mainly for the camera. You've got the 3 different lenses, obviously, and being able to zoom in, it's just been great. So definitely a solid device. I would say that this is probably the best Android smartphone to get right now, and hope you enjoyed my day in the life coverage. Any other questions, let me know down below. I'm about to head out, give this little Snorlax to Link. I'll catch the rest of you, on one of my next ones. Peace. Oh, Link. Oh, what's this? What's that? What's that?